What is the meaning of the word astronomy? Scientific study of celestial bodies. Celestial bodies, also write heavenly bodies. Scientific study of celestial bodies or heavenly bodies. Have you written? Write one more word, astrology. What is the meaning of the word astrology? Prediction of future based on your horoscope. Also write the word horoscope. Prediction of your future based on what? Horoscope. You know the meaning of the word horoscope? The position of planets at the time of your birth. Now let us go to the paragraph. The Jupiter, underline the Jupiter. Why should we use a definite article the? Anything that is unique, one of its kind, we should use a definite article the. The Jupiter is the. Again you underline the. So, looking at the options, using your grammar knowledge, the goes with which form of an adjective? Superlative form. Based on that, how many options can you consider? Either third or fourth. Will you say largest or widest? Very good. The Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. It is known for its immense size. Underline immense size. Right there, huge size. Write two words, one huge. Then you write the word enormous. Also write the word gigantic. There are so many words, colossal, so many words are there. Immense size and colorful bands of clouds. Many of its moons, underline the word moons. Basically, moon means a satellite. What is it? Satellite. Many of its moons are what? Large, lighter, softer, larger, best. Also underline the word, underline all these words, than the planet Jupiter. It has to be larger than, because it is the largest, but the moons are larger than. So which option have you chosen? Fourth option. Comparative form, larger than the planet Jupiter. One of its most famous features is a great red spot, a massive storm that has been raging for centuries. Underline the word raging. A rage has two different meanings. One meaning, destruct. The rage of nature, a rage of storm, cyclone. But another meaning, I'm sure you all know, rage means what? Anger. Very good. Respond. If you respond, that is good. Anger. A rage of what here? A raging for centuries. Scientists believe that this planet plays a crucial role in protecting the inner planets from asteroids. Asteroids, then what is the next one? By on defecting or by defecting. In you cannot use, off you cannot use, at. By defecting. Because how? You ask the question, how? Then what is the preposition you should use? By doing something. By deflecting some of the debris. Underline the word and make a note the letter S is silent. How do you pronounce this? Debris. Not debris, debris. Debris means the waste materials. Right? Two small particles. One meaning, and waste material. Here small in the sense waste material. Imagine there was a plane crash. After the plane crash, you see a lot of small things. All those together, what is the word? Debris. But write one more word, important word here. Wreckage. Have you heard of the word wreck, shipwreck, wreckage? Those parts are also known as a wreckage. Important word. Debris, wreckage, two words you have to remember. Shall we go back to that paragraph? From asteroids by deflecting some of the debris that might otherwise collide with them. Despite its size, Answer my question, the word despite, does it take the preposition of? No, that's a common error. And in spite of, 2 words or 3 words? 3 separate words, in spite of. Despite its size, it spins very slowly or how? How does it spin? Slowly. You have to read the complete sentence. Completing a rotation in less than 10 hours. Less than 10 hours is slow or fast? Fast. So based on that, what is it? First option, quickly. Not moderate. We need what? Which part of speech do we need? Adverb. So moderate, erratically, consciously. We are conscious beings. Planets cannot be conscious. Not relevant word. Slowly, no. Write the word erratic. Erratic means a predictable or unpredictable. Write the word unpredictable. And also write one combination, erratic behavior. And one more typical combination, this is the right time to give that combination, erratic rains. Have you heard of this combination? Erratic rains, unpredictable rains. An important word you have to remember. Shall I go back? What is the last one here? Very, quickly on its axis, completing a rotation in less than 10 hours. This is a bit challenging. Underline the word field. Its magnetic field is also incredibly strong, creating intense. There are 2 words you can think of. One, can you think of storms here? Tides, winds, either currents or fields. So what is the word you have chosen? Fields, because already the word has been used in the paragraph. Answer is the 5th option. All the 5 easy or difficult? Easy or damn easy? Damn easy. Let us go to the next set. What are these about? Error location. The committee members, underline the word committee. Answer my question, which part of speech is it? Noun. Which type of noun is it? Collective noun. What are the 2 rules that go with collective nouns? They usually take what? Singular verb, singular pronoun. But if the sentence denotes division, what do they take? Plural verb, plural pronoun. What are the important examples? Please make a note of these. Committee, jury, staff, team, group, family. But many competitive exams, they've given the first 4, put a star mark. Committee, jury, staff, team. All these have singular form or plural form, or both, depends. But how many of you think the word staff cannot be in the plural form? Raise your hands. Okay, immediate response. How many of you think we can use that word staff in the plural form? I'll change the question. Staffs, right or wrong? How many of you say wrong? Raise your hands. You guys are really... First, same question I asked in a different way. Amazing. A lot of students think staff's wrong. No, that is not right. What you think is not right. That's what I mean. When I say the staff of a particular university, here I have to say the staff. But if I'm talking about the staff of different universities, what do I say? The staffs of different universities, not staff. So please make a note. Staffs is also correct. Depends on the context. Context is very important. Don't go with fixed ideas. The committee members were pleased or pleased. So you don't have to go beyond this. The committee members were pleased with the progress of the project and praised the team for their hard work and dedication. Have you guys got it? But here you can also ask me, so why not it's hard work? Because team is what? Underline the word team. Team is singular or plural? I mean, considered singular or plural? Usually considered singular, but if the speaker considers the whole team and wants to consider all of them, then can say their hard work. Here it talks about the members in the team. That's what. And we have only one error. What is that error? Please or pleased? Why pleased? Why not please? Which part of speech is the word please? They were happy. So happy, which word? Which part of speech? Happy. Adjective or noun? Happy person, adjective. So pleased members, pleased chairman, pleased person, adjective. They were intelligent. Here is one pattern where, if you take present tense, we have two sentence patterns. What are the two sentence patterns? One, the main pattern, subject, verb, object, and time. I teach English every day. You learn English every day. This is a regular pattern. But if I say she is a student, which tense is that? Present tense. She is intelligent, which tense is that? So this is a second pattern. What is the second pattern here? Subject, helping verb, noun or adjective. They are happy. They are what? Happy. The second pattern. This goes with the second pattern. Have you guys got it? Let us go to the next one. The increase in fuel prices has affected. Underline the word affected. Answer my question. Has affected. Which tense is that? Present perfect tense. But write two words immediately. First you write the word affect, brackets you write a verb. Then below that you write the word effect, brackets you write noun. How many of you know it can be a verb? Raise your hands. It can be used as a verb. Please write brackets. Effect can be a noun, can be a verb. Don't restrict yourself with only a noun. Have you guys got it? Affected the cost of living, making it difficult for much families or many families. Families countable or uncountable. So you cannot use countable nouns, many or most, and uncountable we use the word much. After reaching Mecca, where they spent or they spend, what do you say? But for this you have to read. First you have to read. They spent the night in prayer and supplication. Underline the word supplication. Thousands of hundreds of pilgrims clad in white cloth, seamless white cloth. Underline all these words. Headed towards Arafat following Fajr prayers Saturday morning. How many of you have thought there is an error in the first part? Or what did you think? Where is the error? You guys have to respond. Which one? Third part. How many of you thought second part? Raise your hands. How many of you thought third part? Raise your hands. What is wrong with the third part? Thousands of hundreds of pilgrims, nothing wrong with that expression. You can say hundreds of pilgrims, thousands of hundreds of pilgrims. That's an expression, nothing wrong with that. Headed towards Arafat. How many of you thought fourth part? Raise your hands. Okay, first part no one thought. Answer is the first part, but the key says the second part. Key is wrong. Please make a note, underline both the words one group. Prayer and supplication, they go hand in hand, like bread and butter. Prayer means you ask God for something, you request God for something. And supplication, in a way, you are trying to point out something that is not good. Prayer means you request or you ask or you thank the God for something. Supplication, in a way, you are not happy with something, you are trying to tell God, this is not right, this is not right. They go hand in hand. Nothing wrong with the word supplication. Why there is an error in the first part? Tell me. Or answer my question. This sentence is in which tense? After reaching Mecca, where they spend the night in prayer and supplication, thousands of hundreds of pilgrims, clad in white seamless cloth, headed towards... here underline the verb headed. That means the context goes into the past. They spent and headed towards some place Saturday morning. Now the answer, tell me, I gave the meaning of the word supplication. I said nothing wrong with the word supplication. What is the answer? Here we have to use past. Spent. Because here headed in the past, spent in the past. Whole context, please make a note, context goes into past. When the context goes into past, you use verbs in past or present? Past. Nothing wrong. Now, after this analysis, tell me what is the answer. Are you guys listening? How many of you say no error after listening to my explanation? Raise your hands. Only one student, a few students have followed what I have said. First I said there is an error in the first part. Am I right? Listen very carefully. Then I read the word headed. Please write verb. Head, headed, headed. Which form is it? Brackets, write past form. First I did not read. I thought it is in present, but it is in past. Context goes into the past. Then I corrected myself and said, after reaching Mecca, where they spent the night, because the context goes into the past, both the verbs should be in past. What is the actual verb here? Spend. What is the past form? Spent. Spend is in past. Headed towards some place. It is in past. That means the context goes into past. Nothing wrong with the verbs. And you must have thought some problem here. Nothing wrong with that also. Now, what is the answer? Thank God you have responded. No error is the answer. No error. No second thoughts about that. I told you to underline a few words. I'm sure you know some of these. What is the meaning of the word pilgrim? Write another word. Please write the word pilgrimage. Today's editorial, I don't know how many of you watched. It's all about a pilgrimage and the restrictions imposed by two state governments, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. What is pilgrimage? Pilgrimage means a journey or a trip taken to different holy places or sacred places. The person who visits a holy place is called a pilgrim. Pilgrim is a person. The trip is called what? Pilgrimage. Trip to a holy place. Please write the meaning. Trip or journey. I hope I'm not going too fast. Are you getting enough time to write? Trip or journey to a holy. Usually youngsters, when we say holy, what do they think of? H-O-L-Y or H-O-L-I? But what is the spelling here? H-O-L-Y. Holy place or sacred place. Trip or journey to a holy place. One place or many places we say pilgrimage. Clad means to wear. Clad in means to be in, to wear white seamless cloth. Seamless means no boundaries, no restrictions. Write the meaning of the word seamless. No boundaries, no restrictions. Seamless cloth. Headed means to go in that direction. Question number 9. I negotiated the rail-less stairs and dark corridor without much to injury. Without much to injury or without too much injury? What do you say? So where is the error here? You don't have to go beyond that part. I think last week we got the word, I think recently we have got the word fumble. In this batch or some other batch? Fumble means what? No, so many batches I'm not able to. I think I've given this word, fumble. No. Please write, fumble has two meanings. One meaning, to use your hands clumsily. You all know the word clumsy. Awkward, clumsy, clumsily. One meaning. It goes with your hands. But usually we give the meaning, it goes with speech. While speaking, because of tension, imagine I cannot say a particular word properly. Then what do you say? Master fumbled. Even newsreaders fumble. Fumble means not able to say, not able to speak properly, right that way. Not continuously, on and off. You say a particular word twice, thrice. Have you got the meaning? Tell me what is a Telugu word. How many of you don't know Telugu? Raise your hands. Okay. First I will say in English, then I will say in Telugu. There should not be any objection. I have given the meaning fumble. For this in Telugu we say tadabatu. Tadabatu. Have you heard of that word? Good. Then what is the word I told you to? But here I would like to give two more words. Please write. Stammer. Fumble is a natural thing. I fumble, you fumble, newsreaders also fumble. Not a big deal. But stammer, what is the Telugu word? Stammer means what? Stammer means a person gets stuck on a particular sound or particular word. After that, the person cannot speak for some time. Telugu word, natti. But there's another word that you have to know. Please write stammer, stutter. Many of you may know the word stammer, but write the word stutter. Both mean the same, both are synonyms. S-T-U-T-T-E-R, stutter. To fumble the wooden latch open. So where is, already I've got the answer, but underline the word latch. When you want to open your door, what do you try to open? That handle is called latch. Latch means what? The handle of the door. Now, modern times, sometimes you may get as a passage, they have given a few times. Olden days, there was division of labor. What is division of labor? Husband would go out and work, wife would stay back and do the household things. Perfect division of labor. That time, women not educated, so they had a role to play. Now, women educated, they also take up jobs, then becomes a problem. So many problems, but every problem has a solution. One of the problems, imagine kids of the parents, both the parents work, and they return home, say about 5:36. But the kids' school gets over by 4:30. Then what happens? The kid reaches home, the door is locked, and he has to wait till one of the parents, either father or mother, reaches home. Yes or no? So those children are called, please write this expression, latchkey children. Have you heard of this any time? I don't think so. If you say yes, it will be a surprise for me. Latchkey children. They've given as a passage, latchkey children. I hope you got the concept. Good or not good for the child? Not at all good. In another year, a capital receipt was credited as a profit and loss account, but shown as an extraordinary item. This I will not give the answer. I want you guys to respond because this you should answer. You should have answered. Tell me where is the error. First you tell me which part has an error. How many of you say second part? Very good. What is wrong with the second part? First you underline the word credited. Credited as or credited to. Which account? Profit and loss account. Underline the word account. You credit something to an account, not as. So what is the right word here? Credited to the account. Got it? Easy or difficult? Oh, that's all. Who has got how many questions based on grammar? 4 or 5? 5. Who has got all the 5 correct? 4 correct? 4 I expect. Okay, fine. Have you read this passage? Easy or difficult? Passage is easy. Oh, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Impressed rather. Passage difficult to comprehend under pressure, but the questions are easy to answer. That's what you meant, I suppose. Because almost all the questions are based on explicit information mentioned in the passage. Tell me what is the answer, first one. Who was a neuroscientist who first demonstrated a brain-computer interface in 1963? William Gray Walter, yes or no? Mentioned clearly. And what is this about? I don't know. Usually science. Science is good for humanity. But if it goes beyond a limit, sometimes it may become counterproductive. I don't know how many of you know this word. Please write this word. Have you heard of this any time? Yes, sir. No, sir. Please write. Cyborg. Cyborg means half man, half machine. Please write the meaning also. You will get as a passage. Mark my words. Cyber, related to computers. And organism. Organism means what? Living organism. Human being, anything with life. So half man, half machine. If there's one university in the UK, Leeds University, a professor, the first cyborg, what he did, he implanted one chip in his body. So when he enters his lab, he doesn't have to open manually. Based on the chip, the doors open, the system is on, everything depends on the chip. Next step, one fellow in the US, he got his skull open and got an antenna implanted. Do you understand what I say? Imagine this is someone's head and there's one antenna comes out. Can you imagine something like that? It is true. And this fellow, because of this antenna, today you watch one channel from one source, but this fellow can get all the channels, all the information around the world simultaneously because of this particular thing. And next thing is going to be like part of your body machines, part of your body flesh. That is the next stage. So that's what we call. Let us go to, in a way this is related to that. Next one, when did the current wave of exploration in using brain recording techniques to restore movement and communication to patients with severe paralysis begin? Which year? Clearly mentioned, early 2000s, am I right? Answer is the fourth option. But here, underline the word paralysis. Write one popular saying in English. What is a popular saying? Perfection is like paralysis. Paralysis means what? You cannot move freely, you cannot do things properly, casually, comfortably. Someone wants to be perfect in everything. Is it possible? Then he's stopped by so many things. So it is like, perfection is like what? Paralysis. Don't try to be perfect. Try to be near perfect. 80%, good enough. Shall we go to the next one? What is the antonym to the word incision? First, incision means a cut. Write the meaning. It goes with doctor's terminology. The doctor made an incision. Means what? A cut. Laceration, notch, wound, not but gash. All these are synonyms. Please make a note. A, 1, 2, and 5 synonyms. They all mean the same, cut. Synonyms of incision. Laceration means a deep cut. Notch means a cut. Gash means a cut. Now you have to decide between integration and wound. Wound is a general term. Nothing to do with cut, no cut. But what is the opposite of cut? They want the antonym. How many of you have chosen integration? Raise your hands. Wonderful. Whether you know the meanings or not, you can be damn sure based on cut, what is opposite? Healing. Healing in a way, integration. Answer is the third option. Which company is mentioned as Neuralink's most fierce competitor? Is it the fourth option? Clearly mentioned in the passage. Explicit. What long-term support concern is highlighted for Neuralink if their devices are successful? What is it? Somewhere it says ensuring devices do not stop working. Mentioned again, clearly mentioned. What is the difference between, I think I have given recently, BICE, BISC. Which one is a verb, which one is a noun? BICE, noun, BISC. Have I given in this batch? Okay, good. Let us go to the next one. What is it? What is a synonym to the word inherently? Write a few words. Please write. First you write the word inherent. Then you write inbuilt. Then you write inborn. Then you write intrinsic. All these are synonyms. Inborn, inherent, inbuilt, intrinsic. Part of your personality you get by birth. Have you written? But there's one idiom you have to know. Write one sentence. It is his second nature. Underline second nature. It is his second nature means part of his personality. Please write the meaning. Part of his personality. I always come in time, punctual. That is my second nature. Means what? Part of my personality. A trait, like an inborn quality. What is the answer here? Innately also means the same. Please add this also. Inborn, innately same. Artificially hold that one, externally hold that one, contingently. This word is an important word. Please write one combination. First you write the word contingency. Then you write the word combination, contingent fund. Have you heard of this? Means what? You keep some fund for unforeseen events or incidents. That is known as contingency, contingent fund. As prospective bankers, you should know this. Shall I go back? Incidentally not relevant here. So what is the answer? Third option? First option. Why they want antonym or synonym? So innately means the same. What is the opposite of artificial? That is one word. Also write the word synthetic. Synthetic also means not opposite, synonym I mean. Artificial, what is a synonym? Synthetic. And what is opposite? Natural. Synthetic fiber, natural fiber. Synthetic means artificial. Shall we go to the next one? Over? Or we still have? What problem did second side medical product face in 2022? Second option mentioned in the passage. Bankruptcy. But they use a different word form, bankrupt. Bankrupt, adjective, bankruptcy, noun form. You have to know one more word. I'm sure many of you know. Insolvent, also write the word insolvency. Both mean the same. Unable to pay the debts. Bankrupt, unable to pay the debts. Insolvency also means the same. These are formal words. No money, company point of view. Imagine a person, sometimes if you take employees, the last week of the month, they have money or they don't have money. They run out of money. Then there's one expression we use in conversation English. Please write. I am broke. Have you heard of this? I am broke means I don't have money. I've spent all my money. I am broke means no money. I hope you got the meaning. Who has got all the questions right? Passage, raise your hands. How many questions based on the passage? 7 questions. 5 plus, raise your hands. You're on the track. Don't expect all. That is being too ambitious. In the past, they would give 10 questions passage. I would tell students 7 plus, outstanding. What is the word you can use? Outstanding. And here how many questions? 7. 5 plus, outstanding. Maintain the same thing. You're on the track. What are these about? You have to respond. Para-jumbles or scrambled sentences? Do you see a paragraph or a sentence? Then how can we say para-jumbles? That is a misnomer. First of all, write para-jumble in your notebook. Here, para is a short form of paragraph. Please write. Jumble means what? Shuffle. So in a para-jumble, what they do, in English, any paragraph has 5 or 6 sentences. They take a paragraph of 6 sentences, they shuffle the sentences. What do they shuffle? Sentences, not words. Now write scrambled sentences. These are basically scrambled sentences. What is a scrambled sentence? They take a lengthy sentence, they shuffle the words. The words in a sentence are shuffled. Have you got the difference? Fine. Now, these are para-jumbles or what are these? Scrambled sentences. When you want to deal with, usually regular classes, I give tips. But here I cannot spend so much time. In a nutshell, when you want to deal with scrambled sentences, you have to think of the basic pattern we come across in English. What is it? Subject, verb, object. So ask the question, what is this about? What is the subject? And what is the verb? What is the object? Now, which one do you start with? What is this about? You have to respond. Have you read these? Then you answer. Let us start with switching from a nasal mask to a nasal pillow mask can often alleviate many sleeping problems, particularly for slight sleepers who tend to fight with slipping nasal masks throughout the night. Seems right or wrong? Never use your grammar knowledge, at least during the mock test or when you come here. Try to understand the context and see what exactly the writer is trying to tell. What is this about? It is about the difference between nasal mask and nasal pillow mask. Which one is better according to the writer? Switching from a nasal mask to a nasal pillow mask can often alleviate. Alleviate means what? Reduce the pain. So understand the context and everything falls in place. What is the answer based on this? Now, a typical educator may say, what is the first one? Switching from a nasal mask to a nasal pillow mask. R. How many options with R? Only one. That is your answer. Do you get anything out of it? Zero enrichment. But you should read, see if there is something you cannot understand. You all know the word alleviate now. What are the synonyms? Tell me. Assuage, mitigate, alleviate. That is a value addition you have to think of. Any other word you have to know. Other words are easy. Then you go to the next one. Shall we go to the next one? What is this about? Easy to answer. This is about a particular mushroom. So what is the first one here? This mushroom grows where? In clusters under oaks, which is unusual for its kind and is said to be excellent for the table. Perfect? So which one starts with P? How many options with P? What is the second one here? Where does it grow? You have to ask, this mushroom grows. Immediate question, where? What is the answer for that? In clusters under oaks. So PS, how many options? That is a regular style of touching. That is sheer waste of time in my opinion. Get the concept. Next one, what is it about? Usually we don't start with a condition. How do you express condition in English? With the word if. So if it can be demonstrated that peace will always be preferable, then war will end to all nations in future. That is, does it seem right or wrong? Somewhere something is wrong. But what can you start with? If it can be demonstrated that, or something else, peace will always be preferable. If it can be demonstrated, no. Peace will always be preferable to all nations in the future. If it can be demonstrated that, no, you cannot use this. Which one have you chosen? Tell me, I will respond. Which option? Second option, I started with S only. If it can be demonstrated that peace will always be preferable to all nations in the future, then war will end. One or two things have changed. So what is the answer here? Second option is the answer. It is about demonstrating something and the impact of that. You have how many idioms? Is this the first one? Okay. Devil's advocate. What does it mean? Now, no, before you answer, I would like to give idioms, bank exams, prelims and mains very important. SSC also very important because SSC is an exam topic. SSC point of view, you have to learn about 1,000 idioms. How many? 1,000. But here about 500. Of these, if you look at the number, you may get scared. But some idioms are easy, some idioms are difficult. On what basis you can say, you may ask me, sir, on what basis you say easy, difficult? Some idioms, when you look at the words, you can guess the meaning. Let's say you have come across that idiom for the first time. Based on the context, based on the words, you can guess the meaning. Then easy or difficult? Easy. But imagine you have come across, without any context, something like Hobson's choice. If you're not, this is the first time. For how many of you this is the first time? Raise your hands. You have come across this. So you may use your logic based on the word choice. Among the options you see first choice, second choice, last choice, all those things. But what is the meaning of this? No choice. Can you guess that meaning? Not possible. They are difficult. Idioms, the meanings of which you cannot guess are difficult. You have to learn, and for that you have to spend some time. So devil's advocate. Advocate, two meanings. One meaning is what? A lawyer. But advocate of children's rights means what? Someone who fights for the rights of the children. Supporter. Advocate means what? One who supports or works for a particular cause. In this context, devil's advocate means one who supports the devil. In a way, you can take that way. But what is the option you have chosen? How many of you have chosen to get the point without wasting time? Wrong. To argue the opposite side of an issue for the sake of debate. Who has chosen the second option? That is the answer. Good. Not easy or difficult. If you never heard of it, can you guess? I think it's a bit difficult to guess. Next one, throw in the towel means what? How many of you have chosen to give up? That is the answer. To accept your defeat. Give up means what? Quit. Quit means what? Accept your defeat. Feeling ill? No. Reveal a secret? To joke? No. You have to know, otherwise not easy. Wild goose chase means what? Futile efforts. Have you used the word futile? Wasted efforts. Imagine you try for something, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Then we say it is a wild goose chase. Means in a way you are wasting your time. Whatever you are trying for is not going to happen. Now, what is the answer? Who has chosen the fifth option? Raise your hands. Very good. Answer is the fifth one. Please write the meaning. Wild goose chase means futile efforts. Or you also write trying for something in vain. Underline in vain. Means no use, you won't get a positive result. Futile, futile efforts, or trying for something in vain, means no result you are not going to get. But there's one important word here, underline the word euphemism. Underline the word endure. Underline the word inevitable. Obvious also. You know all these words? Is the mic on? How many of you know all those words? No. What is the first one? It is an important word you have to know. They have given many a time. First you write the meaning. To say something harsh in a nice way. To say something harsh in a nice way. That is called euphemism. Have you copied the meaning? If I say he died, sounds pleasing or harsh? Pleasant or harsh? If I say he passed away, sounds better? This is what we call euphemism. Harsh You say in a nice way. If I say mental hospital, sounds pleasant or harsh? Obviously harsh. But if I say asylum, sounds harsh or not harsh? Asylum. Same meaning. Where is he? He is in the mental hospital. You can't take that. But he is in the asylum. You are not disturbed. Both mean the same. So, euphemism. I hope you guys got it. What is the second word here? Endure. Endure means what? Endure does not mean pain. Endure means withstand. Also write the word bear. Endure pain means what? Withstand pain, bear pain, endure. For success in life, you need endurance. You have to face a lot of problems. What is the next word here? Inevitable. Inevitable means what? Unavoidable. Write the word unavoidable. And also write one more meaning, certain to happen. Certain to happen. One unavoidable, the other one certain to happen. Certain to happen, there's another word. And they gave that word under misspelled or inappropriate words. You all know there's one exam topic. Which one is that? Misspelled or inappropriate word. So write this. He is an eminent person or eminent scientist. Is this right or wrong? How many of you say wrong? Wrong. Right. The right word here, not eminent, please write eminent. Eminent scientist, outstanding scientist, successful scientist. And eminent, write the meaning. Certain to happen. Certain to happen. Imminent. Have you got the difference? Write one expression. War is imminent. Typical combinations I am giving. Flood is imminent or floods are imminent. War is imminent means war is going to happen. No one can stop. Floods are imminent. No one can stop. Shall we go back? Is that the last word? Obvious means what? Clear, one meaning. Something that goes without saying. Something that goes without saying. We don't have to say. People can make out. Then we say it is quite obvious. Imagine till yesterday someone came with long hair. Today the same person has come with short hair. What is obvious? He had what? A haircut. You don't have to ask him, have you had a haircut? It's quite obvious. Okay, let us go to the next one. I think only one question regarding starters, am I right? The environmental policy was revised to address climate change. One idea. What is the verb here? Revised, underline that. And what is the purpose, what is the objective? To address, to deal with, to tackle climate change. The revisions include stricter regulations on carbon emissions. Usually starters, you have to be good at a few things. One, you have to be good at grammar, because when you try to start, you have to feel comfortable. Otherwise, you cannot go ahead. Second, you have to be good at some topics like active voice, passive voice, direct speech, indirect speech. Imagine the given sentence is in active voice. Among the starters, one option could be the same idea in passive voice. That means you can start or you cannot start. You can start. One is in active voice, the other one is in passive voice. The actual sentence, direct speech. Among the options, one option, indirect speech. You can consider or not consider. You can consider. So grammar knowledge also helps. But the most important thing, to what extent you understand what exactly the two sentences mean. Then you can decide which one to use, which one not to use. The environment policy was revised to address climate change, and the revisions include stricter regulations on carbon emissions. Seems right or wrong? Can you start with this or you cannot start with this? More or less the same thing. So take the first one. We can consider. What is the second one? To address climate change, the purpose. The writer has shifted the purpose this side. To address climate change, the environmental policy was revised, and the revisions include stricter regulations on carbon emissions. Can you consider? You cannot consider. You can consider. Can you start with the revisions include? No. So what is the answer here? Which option is that? How many of you have got this right? Please raise your hands. Okay. In my opinion, starters are difficult. Especially mains level, you may go upside down to get the correct one. The reason for that, contextual awareness and reading habit. If you read a lot, you can handle. But on the spot, you want to find out, it is not going to work out. Do remember. Only one question. Now what do we have? You have a word in bold and they want you to find out the synonym and the antonym. Halcyon means what? One meaning, happy. Please write the meaning and write the combination also. Halcyon times means happy times, celebration times. The small village enjoyed a halcyon period of prosperity. Good or bad, something positive or negative? Positive, before the war. That is the context. And here already you all know tranquil, placid, quiet. All synonyms are not synonyms. Okay, hold. That means you can consider perhaps. And what is tranquil, calm? Synonyms, not synonyms. But what do they want? One synonym, one. That means you can consider, you cannot consider. Placid, turbulent. Turbulent means what? Disturbed. Please write. When you fly, when the aeroplane enters clouds, you feel the turbulence. Turbulence means what? The plane becomes shaky and all the passengers get scared because of the turbulence. Disturbance, turbulence. Hold this one. Hush. You all have to know. Please write this expression. Have you heard of this? Hush money. Hush money means illegal money. Someone gets money illegally. And hush, another meaning, to make it a secret. Hush the issue. The issue has been hushed. Means what? They didn't want to discuss that. They wanted to keep it a secret. Let us go to the next. What is the next one here? Placid, hushed, serene. But serene, positive or negative? Positive, synonym or antonym? Second person, you have to have antonym. Can you consider this? No. How many have we removed? Tranquil. Have we removed or kept? Only those. First one we removed. And we can remove the third one. Underline the second one. And quiet, balmy. Write the meaning of the word balmy. Balmy means a pleasant, warm weather. Please write. Pleasant and warm weather. Tell me what is the answer. Which option? Second option. On what basis? Halcyon means in a way positive. Halcyon, good, calm, quiet, enjoyable. Placid also as a positive word. And negative word the second word has to be a negative word. And pleasant warm weather, positive or negative? Positive, then you cannot use. Answer is, have you guys got it? No, this guy has a question mark face. If any student looks at me with a question mark face, I am disturbed. That means he is not convinced, and there is a responsibility to explain or give more, spend more time. Clear? Okay. Next one. The child began to hanker for a sweet treat after seeing the candy shop. Hanker means, underline the word crave, write the word desire. D-E-S-I-R-E, desire. Craving means the same. Longing for something means the same. Desire means the same. Salivate. Imagine you come across something that looks very tasty. What happens? Mouth waters or does not water? So what do you say? Mouth-watering dishes. So in a way, salivate. And write the meaning of the word erudite, an important word. Then we'll go back. All of you, please write these words, very important words I'm going to give. Erudite means a learned person, a person with knowledge. A person with knowledge, we also say scholar. Erudite means a person with a lot of knowledge. And we also use the word scholar. Write another word. Intellectual. You are all intellectuals. No reaction. Okay, you have knowledge or you don't have knowledge? You do have a lot of knowledge. Don't underestimate yourselves. So, intellectual, scholar, erudite. Many of you may know scholar, intellectual. Many of you may not know the word erudite, but two more words I'm going to give. Please write the word polymath. They have given in a few exams. The moment you see the word polymath, what do you think of? Yes, but nothing to do with maths. Polymath means what? A knowledgeable person. And write one more word. Be careful with the spelling. Highbrow, not eyebrow. Okay. Highbrow means a knowledgeable person. And also write a simple word like genius. Put a star mark, erudite, polymath, highbrow. Very important. Other words are rather easy. And there's one idiomatic expression. Imagine someone can speak on any topic, anywhere, anytime. What is the word? What is the idiomatic expression? Walking encyclopedia. Have you heard of that? He is a walking encyclopedia means what? Knowledgeable person. Okay. So you got the answer? No, this one you have to get the answer. Crave, trammel. I could not check. I think it's a negative word. Hold that one. Longing means to have the desire, wax. But we need a positive word, synonym, and opposite, loath. Loath means what? Right? To dislike a lot. Yearning also means the same. It cannot be in the second position. It has to be in the first position. So what is the answer here? Third option, desire and loath. Loath, write another word, disgust. And you can write the word form, disgusting. Disgusting is something you like or you don't like. You don't like, you dislike, disgusting. Shall we go to the next one? Okay. What are these about? Phrase replacement. The teacher mentioned that the importance of regular studies cannot be overemphasized. The teacher mentioned that the importance of regular studies cannot be overemphasized. Is there any problem with this? So what is the answer? Have you chosen the fifth option? The given sentence is correct. You have a question? Please don't look at me like that. If you have a question, ask me. I'll be very happy to answer. But you look at me with Is this guy right or wrong? That disturbs a lot. Nowadays, I was told our students have become very smart. They started doubting the faculty members, it seems. So, the renovation of the old house, which take over an year to complete, was finished. Underline was finished. That means the context goes into past or present or future. Then can you use a takeover or what will you say? Took over. How many options it took over? But still, took over a year, not an year. What is the indefinite article here? A year. That also you have to consider. Which took over a year to complete, was finished on schedule, within budget, and within budget. An easy one. The new policy which aims for reduce waste and promote, or to reduce, which option has that? The new policy which aims to reduce waste and promote recycling has received widespread support from the community. Perfect. What is the last one here? The garden, with its variety of colorful flowers and peaceful atmosphere, and perfect, can you say? Is a perfect or the perfect? Let us see. The perfect place to relaxing, can you say? A perfect place to relax? Hold this one. Can you say perfected place? Can you say and perfect? What is the answer? Second option is the answer. I don't want to look this side. Okay. This guy